In this video, we're going to take a look at the Tesla Spring Update version 2025.14.1. Check it out. It's Tory Hornsby with Tesla Tips and Tricks. And as I mentioned, today we're going to be taking a look at what all was included in the Spring 2025 Tesla update. Now, before we dive in, I do want to explain for those who don't know what the version numbers mean in Tesla's updates. It's not real difficult to figure out what the first four digits mean. 2025, that's the year that that update was released. The second set of numbers, the 14, is the week of the year that that update was released. So this was released in the 14th week of 2025. And then the third number set is the minor software version. So as it's released, it will always be initially .1, 2025.14.1. Then as they need to do patches or updates or fixing minor bugs, they will update it, and that number at the end will grow, the third number. So it would go to .4, .8, .9. So that number will grow as they do more fixes for the major release, which was done in week 14 of 2025. So let's dive in here without further ado, and let's take a look at what Tesla included in this spring update, starting with adaptive headlights. This is for US and Canada, and it's only for the newer Model S's, the new Model X, and the Model 3 and Model Y have matrix headlights. And what the matrix headlight system is able to do is adapt based on what it sees on the road. So for instance, in the picture that you can see here, for the car in front of it, it's got bright lights on the left side and on the right side of that car. But in the specific area where that car is, it's low beam, it's reduced the lights. Now it does that by selectively dimming individual pixels or LED modules in the matrix headlight system. The best picture that I've seen of this to really show the power of this matrix LED system is the comparison of a conventional headlight with the matrix system. So with the conventional headlight system, your lights are either on low beam or high beam. And if there's a car in front of you or traffic coming towards you, you have to be in low beam. That's not real ideal sometimes. It would be better if you had a matrix system that could reduce the light for the specific areas where those cars were. So how cool is that? As this traffic is moving towards you, the lights will dim specifically in those areas. Or if this car in front of you were to change lanes and get over into the left lane, it would dim as that car moved. It would track that car and it will dim those areas. This allows you to have a full, brighter view of everything on the road and around the road, but yet not be obnoxious and overpower with bright lights, traffic coming towards you or traffic in front of you. Really cool system. Now, to check and see if you have this feature, it's really simple. You can go into your car, tap on the vehicle at the bottom left, go to lights, and then you'll see a setting for adaptive headlights. And this will adjust headlights for curves and for cars that are in front of you. So that's how you can see if you have this new feature available to you. Pretty cool. So next up, we have blind spot camera on the driver screen, the instrument panel for Model S and Model X. This feed activates when you turn your blinker on. This is not a new feature on this update. They updated this, I believe, last year, where when you turn on your blinker, if you're going right, it'll show the right fender. If you turn on your blinker to the left, it'll show the left fender camera, and it will show you what you're turning into essentially. And if there's a vehicle, it will show red on the screen. So what they've done is they've moved this feature that's available to all of the newer Model Sexy lineup, S3, X, and Y, and they moved it on the Model S and the Model X to the screen behind the steering wheel. You can now see it on that screen, so you don't have to look over to the side and look at the main screen when you have that panel right over the steering wheel. Pretty cool update that they've added here with this release. Moving on, this has been a crowd favorite, and it is the Dashcam will now include the video from your pillar cameras, your B-pillar side cameras. So right now your dash cam controls or records your front bumper, the rear, and then the fenders left and right. So there's 4 camera views on your dash cam. Now it's going to increase those camera views from 4 to 6 because it will include the pillar cameras. In addition to that, they've also created a grid view here with the ability to jump to the next event. And moving on, there is now alternative trip plans that are included in your navigation. What this does is it allows you to choose from 3 different options for your trip. You can choose fastest. This will give you the quickest route to your destination from point A to point B, the quickest route. But let's say you're hanging out with your significant other and you decide that you'd like to grab lunch on the way. So you can select the trip plan for best amenities. This will prioritize a route where there are open and highly rated restaurants, shops, and restrooms. So I love the fact that they've included the highly rated element of the restaurant, shops, and businesses and restrooms. And then the third option that you can choose on alternative trip plans is fewer stops. This will minimize your charging stops. And so you go, well, isn't that the same thing as fastest? Well, not necessarily. If you have the fastest option, it will include the fastest route, including your charging stops within that route. If you do fewer stops, it will minimize your charging stops and save you some time there. That's 3 options on alternative trip plans. All of the models have this included. So this, regardless of what year and model you have, this is now included in your navigation. Pretty cool. Then we have a couple of updates that are exclusive to the Cybertruck. Comfort mode and autopilot. I know in my Model X that I have the ability to select this in my suspension settings, where I can say, if I'm in autopilot, automatically choose comfort mode so that I have a more comfortable ride. That's now included in the Cybertruck. And then also most models also have this lane departure avoidance. And the Cybertruck now has the ability to select this feature so that if you're driving not on autopilot and you move towards what we call the mustard or the mayonnaise. Teaching our kids how to drive, we always said, you got to keep it between the mustard and the mayonnaise, the yellow line and the white line. Hey, maybe I'm a little Southern, maybe I'm a little redneck, but that's what we say here. Keep it between the mustard and the mayonnaise. So when this is enabled, if you get close to either line, the car will automatically bring you back to the center of the lane. Again, this is not any new feature to any other model except for the Cybertruck. A new feature that has been rolled out in this update, though, for Model 3, Model Y, new Model S and X, and the new Model 3, I actually think it is only the new Model 3, is the ability to save the trunk height based on your location. So if you're in a low parking deck, and when you're at that location and you open your trunk, you never want it to open above a certain level, you can set it and save the location. Other manufacturers offer this, but not based on location. So I know my wife's Tahoe, we can set it to be half open, 3/4 open, or full open, but it's a manual adjustment, and that's how it always opens. Well, with this update with your Tesla now, it will save the location and open to that height based on the location. In addition to that, on a Cybertruck, it will do the frunk. So it's a height based on location that you can set for your Cybertruck on the front truck because it's motorized. Another feature regarding navigation that's been rolled out to all models is the ability to avoid highways. And then we have keyboard languages. So now you have the ability to set not only your keyboard language on your screen of your Tesla, but also your voice input for your voice commands. You can set that to different languages now, and you simply go into controls, display, and then keyboards to set those different languages there. And last, but certainly not least, the ability to keep your accessory power on when you exit the vehicle. So if your vehicle has, well, all of them have USB ports, but if you have the inductive wireless charging and your low voltage outlet, depending again what your vehicle is equipped with, after exiting your Tesla, those will stay on. as long as your battery is above 20%. So I could see where you've stopped at a Buc-ee's, you want to do a little shopping. Hey, for those who are not US based or don't have a Buc-ee's yet or have never visited one, it's this huge gas station, charging station that has incredible food, incredible shopping. It's called Buc-ee's. It's great. Highly recommend that you stop by a Buc-ee's. If you've never been to one, you gotta do a route to a Buc-ee's on your next trip. It's the most incredible store. So you run into Buc-ee's, you wanna keep your phone charging because you didn't charge it overnight or whatever. Now, when you exit your car and the car turns off, your USB port, inductive phone charger, and your low voltage outlets will stay on. Now, keep in mind your battery does have to be above 20% for this to work. So that's it for the Tesla Spring Update version 2025.14.1. Be sure you comment below and let me know what your favorite feature is in this update or what you think you'll use the most. For me, it'll be the alternative trip plans. I can definitely see myself at times choosing the fastest option, but other times on longer trips, I appreciate nice restaurants and clean restrooms. So I can certainly see myself using the best amenity trip plan for a trip upcoming here that I'm going to be going on. Might see that in a video coming in the near future. Speaking of that, be sure you like this video and subscribe to us so you keep the best Tesla content coming straight to you. I'm Tory Hornsby with Tesla Tips and Tricks, and we'll see you next time.